Hello, welcome back. Let's take a look at the weekly energy for November the 7th through the 13th. All right, so to me, this literally looks like F manifesting, I'm gonna steal type of energy. It looks like you get to a point to where you feel like you have tried every which way you can think of, and now you're ready to cut corners. Nothing is working the way that it's meant to, and things just need to happen. Um, and I mean that definitely is a one way to start a new adventure is by leaping in with no plan and trying to cut corners, going across, crossing up your own energy basically. So for the generators, what that's gonna look like is relationships. It's definitely going to have something to do with somebody that you are close to. Maybe you feel like you've tried to express yourself, you've tried communication, you've tried, working on yourself in therapy, you've tried this, you've tried that, and this person is just like, maybe you feel like they're insisting on not understanding you or not, progressing forward. And so it's like, okay, well, I don't want to blow up my whole life, I'm gonna cheat. And obviously that's not the advice I would give, but that's what it's looking like. It's looking like the right way hasn't served me. I've been working towards getting this for so long, and I feel like I should be there by now. So let me cut some corners and skip and figure out how I can get it by any means necessary, and the reason for that is because you've got your energy crossed in general. You don't believe that you can actually achieve this goal. And so all of those obstacles that you've come across have been vague manifestations of that disbelief. I keep getting this heart activation card. I got it twice on Halloween when we did the card throw, and I got it once the other night when I did the new moon reading. Wow. So this is definitely a listen to your heart like type of reading for the generator people this week. You're taking inventory of what you really feel and trying to get down to where it all started so that you can better create your path from there. So hopefully that movement towards a new adventure energy is what happens next after you check in with yourself, and I can relate to that. Being an air sign, I can see like something goes wrong and it's so frustrating that it feels like that straw that broke the camel's back moment to where you're like, all right, this is it. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. You know, and that's how you feel for the moment, maybe for the next couple of days or so. But as far as actually acting on it, actually, you know, setting up a profile on Tinder, you don't necessarily go that far. Instead, you check in with this heart space, or instead, it causes you to have conversations that lead you to this heart activation, or it leads you to, you know, actual activities, or you know, something that actually helps so that you get that new perspective and you start that adventure. For me, I feel like that would be the ideal way for this energy to play out, but obviously, you know, free will and all that. Okay, so for the manifesting generators, oh, wow. So you are literally just like beating up on yourself. It's one of those situations where you're actually doing well, but you're taking inventory too soon, and you have too high expectations on yourself in place that you feel like you're failing when you're actually doing well. And this is a need to stop taking scores so soon and just get back to what's fun about what you're doing. Why are you doing this? What's the point of this? Who is the point of this? You know? Yeah, it literally and I feel like when you hear me say that, you're likely to be triggered, you know, with the whole, oh, you're doing great, because there's going to be this thing that happens that makes you feel like this whole project is a failure, you know, probably before you get this message or before you watch this. But yeah, just like with the generators, when it first happens, the way you feel is not how you're going to feel forevermore. It's just, you know, that conditioning coming to the surface. It's raw emotion coming to the surface. It's proof of your beliefs or disbeliefs coming to the surface, coming to the forefront, coming, you know, up for you to be able to look at them, not necessarily to act from that place, not necessarily to manifest, hopefully not from that place, right? All right. So next we have manifestors. So manifestors, it looks like your path is a little rockier than the generators and the manifesting generators right now. You are literally in what Ra called the super slave mode that manifestors get into when they give their power away to someone else. They don't know they're a manifestor. They don't believe in what manifestor energy is and how it operates. And so they're literally just giving all their energy to another person, trying to figure out how to brute force things into working instead of allowing that manifestor energy to bulldoze their path for them. So while you're dealing with that, oh my goodness, the message is that you need to get grounded. You need to come back down out of your head and into your body, into what your body is telling you, into the experience of what you're dealing with, so that you can move that energy through a creative outlet and actually get something back from it. Because as of now, you're just pouring energy into a black hole. And that is the realization that you come to. It's like, okay, this is never, you know, going to come to pass. It's never going to work out the way that I've been, you know, putting all this energy into letting it work out. And your first, you know, reaction to that is to be angry, because you've spent so much energy, so much time, so much focus, probably money, you know. There's been opportunity cost, you know, there's been all sorts of sacrifices and what have you, putting your efforts and energy into making this one specific thing work. And so this realization that, you know what, how it is how it's going to be. You know, it is what it is. It is how it's going to be forevermore. And no matter how much I push, no matter how much I, you know, try, it's not going to move. And another reason why that would be extremely like irksome to a manifester is because deep down, you know, you're supposed to be able to make things like this move. You are supposed to be able to, you know, flow in the world. You really are. And so for you to be, you know, ramming your head against a brick wall, there's an extra layer of pain that comes with that, because it's really pointing out how far off from your true self you are. That's deep. Okay, and then we have projectors. Projectors have it's like a spirit of all work and no play energy. All work and no play. To the point to where play feels like the most ridiculous idea. It feels foreign. It feels unnecessary. It feels childish, right? So you have not asked yourself what would be the most fun way to do this in so long that you literally do not have an answer for that question. But the answer to that question is your literal key that's going to unlock way more than the situation that's at hand. The answer to how do I make this fun? How do I bring the joy back into this? How do I make this, you know, and it might even start with how do I make this bearable, you know? Let me put on some music while I do this so that I am not so bored, you know? Let me go get help, you know, somebody to help do the part that, you know, literally anyone could do to keep it going and to, you know, help me energetically. You know, as a projector, it would be good to get a generator in the room, you know, even if they're just there for moral support, even if they're just on their laptop right next to you, you know, working, in order to have the benefit of that energetic exchange. Just that, having somebody that you enjoy being there could bring a fun aspect to it. Because of course you're not going to not talk to them the whole time, right? So yeah. And then from there, you know, little by little, you start to find your way back to actual enjoyment and fun. And then for reflectors, we have okay, so reflectors and the generators are in sync this week. You are reflecting generator energy. And I'm seeing, gosh, this card means a lot when it's in the place of a reflector reading. So basically, what you're experiencing with this generator who is completely disconnected from their heart space energy is upsetting. It's exactly what you expected them to do, but you're also very disappointed that that's, you know, the way that they're reacting to it. Whew. So yeah, I feel like the reflectors need to be in the room with the projector and the generator. Oh my goodness, this is really interesting. But this is definitely a week where the reflector is likely to be a little more heard than normal. Whatever it is that you respond to or that you say is going to affect, it might even be the catalyst that makes people finally realize what it is, what they're doing, what the actual, issue is, what's going on. Yeah, I know that's a lot to put on your reflectors, but you're probably gonna feel away until you do anyways, right? All right, so that's what I see for the week. I almost didn't record this, but I was really curious myself what the week was going to look like. And so I'm like, okay, if I'm going to pull the cards anyway, I might as well record it and let everybody else be in on it too. So you guys let me know if it's helpful. Tell me about what last week turned out for you, if it was helpful. Last week I was in a very different energy than I normally like to read from, but I didn't want to just not post. So I'm noticing a trend, and it's kind of making me feel like I might actually end up, I might stop doing this soon. Depending on if it's, if anybody's helping, if it's helping anybody, if you guys are actually benefiting from this, or if you're just humoring me because I'm posting them up there. But yeah, drop me a comment either on the network or in the, comments on YouTube and let me know.